Have a fun video you'd like to see featured on NCW Life? Email us at newsphotos@ncwlife.com.
It's time for NCW Life News on the NCW Life channel. The latest from the Wenatchee Valley and North Central Washington with Steve Hare, Grant Olson, and sports with Eric Granstrom.
Good Wednesday evening and welcome to NCW Life News. I'm Grant Olson. Before we get to today's top stories, let's take a quick look outside our weather window where a picture says 1,000 words, and that was pretty much our scenario throughout the day today. We are seeing an inversion happening right now. Yeah, the Wenatchee Valley is down there somewhere, clouds above us, and then above that inversion, we are seeing some sunshine. We still have an air stagnation advisory in effect until 12 o'clock tomorrow. And what the air stagnation means is we'll see calm winds and poor air quality. That will last, as I mentioned, at least until tomorrow. I expect it to be extended. Cold air is trapped underneath the warmer air aloft, and that's what we are seeing right now. It was cold out there today, and we'll talk more about this inversion and some more on the burn ban in effect as well a little bit later on. And now a few of the stories we're following for you tonight. A crash near Pateros injures one. A Wenatchee School Board member offers a policy compromise, and we'll have an update on the Les Schwab toy drive. But first, we begin tonight. No end in sight, as we talked about, for the stagnant weather conditions in central and eastern Washington. The situation has prompted the Washington Department of Ecology to expand and extend the Stage 1 burn ban until further notice. Starting today, the burn ban will be expanded to include Ferry, Pend Oreille, and Stevens counties, and the burn ban will continue in Chelan, Douglas, Kittitas, and Okanogan counties. Under a Stage 1 ban, all outdoor burning is prohibited, including residential, agricultural, and forest burning. Use of uncertified wood stoves, fireplaces, inserts, and other uncertified wood burning devices is prohibited unless they are a home's only adequate source of heat. According to the Washington State Patrol, a medical condition was the cause of a one-vehicle accident 2 miles north of Pateros on State Route 97 yesterday morning. 67-year-old Sharon Morgan was traveling north on Highway 97 around 9:30 when she experienced a medical condition which caused her to leave the roadway, strike a fence, and roll. Morgan was transported to Central Washington Hospital where she was treated and released. No drugs or alcohol was involved in the crash, and no charges have been filed. Wenatchee School Board member Laura Jakes is using social media to share her concerns about policy changes sought by 3 newly elected board members.
Sarah Knox, Sonny Hemphill, and Michelle Sandberg ran on a shared platform calling for more board transparency and better engagement with the community. They were sworn into office last week and immediately called for a change that would make them eligible to serve as board officers. Currently, board members cannot serve as an officer unless a majority of the board has been appointed. In her Facebook post, Jakes offers a compromise solution. She proposes a shared leadership approach. As a compromise, she suggests that a veteran board member be nominated and elected to the position of chair, and that a new board member be nominated and elected as the vice chair. She says that would give the vice chair a year to learn the district and then take over the chair position in 1 year's time. School board will take up the matter at its December 12th meeting. Steve Hare, NCW Life News.
That was NCW Life's Steve Hare with that story. Nearly 300 toys, games, and stuffed animals were delivered to the collection location in Wenatchee Tuesday for the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive. Les Schwab's North Wenatchee Avenue store manager Mike McCarty and his family went around to area drop-off locations to pick up the myriad of donations so far. In addition, thanks to the help of a big discount from Costco in East Wenatchee, McCarty was able to pick up nearly 4,800 diapers for at-need families right here in the Wenatchee Valley. The Community Toy Drive continues this week with the collection event prior to tonight's Wenatchee Wild Game. There's a kid expert shopping spree at Hooked on Toys this Thursday and Friday. There will also be a live remote radio broadcast on KKRV and La Nueva Saturday at Hooked on Toys. That begins at 10 a.m. and a volunteer bike build at Sangster Motors Sunday beginning at 8 a.m. Search Les Schwab Community Toy Drive on Facebook for drop-off locations, as well as a list of upcoming events and a wish list for toy ideas. Serve Wenatchee Valley, CASA, and the Bruce House will distribute the toys to children in our area. Local businesses beware. East Wenatchee city officials say a telephone scam is targeting businesses across the state, including those in the Wenatchee Valley. The State Department of Revenue sent an email to city officials yesterday warning business owners that scammers claiming to be from the DOR are requesting over-the-phone payment to renew their business licenses. The DOR says it would never ask for a payment for a license renewal over the phone. The agency mails businesses a notice about 6 weeks in advance of their renewal. For additional information about the current telephone scam, call the local Department of Revenue office at 509-885-9825. Coming up, a new roundabout may make its way into Wenatchee. The Chelan PUD brings smart meters on board, and a creek in the Methow area is renamed. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching NCW Life News.
Having a relationship with your pediatrician is so important. Feeling that sense of trust, that is priceless. I tell everybody about CBCH. I love it there. When I make an appointment, I don't have to take an entire day off. As a working mom, my life is really busy. Family time is everything. That's what we all work towards. And I feel like CBCH respects that.
Come find your holiday gifts at Antique Mall at Cashmere this holiday season. With 15,000 square feet to explore, Antique Mall at Cashmere has something for everyone, from coin enthusiasts to avid collectors. For do-it-yourselfers, this is the place to find your next repurposing project. What a great way to make your holiday gifts for someone special. Using your keen eye to make something old and new again. Discover your next holiday gift in the Antique Mall at Cashmere. Stop on by today.
Hi, I'm Blair from Works, your workout prescription. Have you ever started an exercise program and then struggled to keep it going? So what if I told you that with this MyZone device, I could increase your chances of self-motivated exercise adherence by over 200%. Combine that with an exercise prescription specifically for your level of readiness, we'll increase it even more. And that's our new member success system. It's $99, it's exclusively at Works. It includes your MyZone belt. Works, yourworkoutrx.com.
In other news, the City of Wenatchee Public Works Department will be holding an open house next week regarding a capital project involving intersection control at Western Avenue and Springwater Avenue. The project consists of installing a mini roundabout. A big proponent of the new roundabout is Captain Edgar Reinfeld with the Wenatchee Police Department, who says he would like to see more of them throughout the city.
I'm a huge fan of roundabouts. I'm a huge fan of traffic circles. I do really solidly believe they reduce collisions and they actually improve the general flow of traffic. Wenatchee Valley College is actually doing a study on it for us right now, statistics class that's part of the new engineering certificate, the 4-year degree. They're working roundabout studies for us. We've got another one doing some other information, some public safety education stuff. They're doing studies for us. We'll get results next week. We'll see what they saw by direct observation on the ground. But no, I see a lot more coming. I see Red Apple and Miller being a prime one, where we took a arterial street and put stop signs on it to deal with people running stop signs on a cross street, and a small traffic circle in that intersection is an ideal solution to the problem.
The City of Wenatchee is also preparing to install rapid flash beacons and radar speed feedback signs on Maple Street at Foothills Middle School and at the intersection of North Miller Street and Orchard Avenue near Orchard Middle School. The open house is next Tuesday, December 12th, from 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. at Foothills Middle School, and that is located at 1410 Maple Street. Chelan County PUD commissioners are moving forward with advanced two-way metering as a preferred alternative for future customer meters and as a part of new customer technology program. They heard from several customers at Monday's meeting about health and safety concerns. Commissioner Ann Congdon echoed those concerns as she cast the lone dissenting vote.
I know what industry states, I know what the government says, and they claim that there are no known adverse health effects from this. But I think that industry safety standards are outdated, and I don't think they are biologically relevant.
PUD General Manager Steve Wright acknowledges there are concerns that are being addressed.
Well, first of all, those are all legitimate issues to be debated. So the number one thing is understand them. Do as much as you can to understand what the public's concerns are and go collect the best possible data. We are fortunate to be served by trade associations and things like the Electric Power Research Institute. We have the ability to be able to go off and identify who the best and the brightest people are in the world that we can look to help us understand what the potential impacts are, what types of strategies we should employ to try to make sure that we protect people's health, that we protect people's privacy. All of that has gone into, this has been a process that has been intense for the last year, but actually has been going on at the PUD for more than 10 years to look at smart meters. We've been able to take advantage of all that in order to try to make the best possible decisions.
Wright says the board's actions will help in the program's planning process. Plans are to ask commissioners for a decision to proceed with the request for proposals for advanced meters in about a year. A 6-mile stream in the Methow was renamed on Tuesday after the State Board of Natural Resources approved a recommendation from the Committee on Geographical Names. Squaw Creek is now Swarum Creek, according to a news release saying the original name was considered offensive. The name change only affects the creek, not the county road nearby. The new name translates as torch fishing at night from the Methow Indian language. It is up to the Okanagan County Commissioners to change the name of Squaw Creek Road. And the name change to the creek will be seen on state maps, but on the federal level, the U.S. Board on Geographic Names has to approve the state's recommendation. You're watching NCW Life News. Coming up next, your sports update, followed by today's feature story. That and much more still to come on NCW Life News. Stay with us.
Hi, I'm Cordell Schroeder, owner of East Wenatchee Mobile Storage.
If you're thinking about making a move anytime soon, check out the East Wenatchee Mini Storage brand new mobile storage service. They drop it off at your location, you pack it, and they pick it up and store it in their protected warehouse at East Wenatchee for as long as you need. When you're ready, they'll drop it off at your new home or office. East Wenatchee Mini Storage is excited to offer this brand new service to our region.
Call 509-884-8643 or find us on the web at ewministorage.com.
Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house, featuring great family dining in downtown Chelan. We've got burgers, pub fare, and the best barbecue around. Try one of our award-winning sauces made fresh here in-house. So grab the whole gang and come on down. Stormy Mountain Brewing. Beer, barbecue, friends, and beer.
At Local Myth Pizza, we believe in real food, freshly prepared with only premium ingredients. Our cheeses are imported from Italy. Our sauces, dressings, and even our sausages are made in-house fresh daily. Featuring Northwest craft beers and 30 Chelan Valley wines and ciders. Family fun and amazing food. Eat local, drink local, and be local at Local Myth Pizza.
Come see why Sunset Magazine says you can't beat Local Myth Pizza.
And now it's a sports update on the NCW Life channel.
And a happy Wednesday on the Les Schwab Prep scoreboard from last night. First in boys basketball, Chelan edged Cascade 50-46. Omak stopped Kashmir 63-45. Manson beat Bridgeport by 11, 58-47. At Waterville, Mansfield traveled to Winthrop and topped Liberty Bell 52-35. On the hardwood for the girls last night, Wenatchee ran into a buzzsaw on Richland, falling to the Bombers 82-55. Kashmir remained unbeaten 71-33 over Omak. Manson down Bridgeport in a tough shooting night 33-16. Liberty Bell sank a free throw at the buzzer, and that completed a three-point play, beating Waterville 50-49. Of course, we are all been waiting for this one. Eastmont Wenatchee kept their undefeated seasons alive going yesterday with shutouts over Ellensburg and West Valley respectively. The Wildcats high bowlers were Riley Cox with a 183 and 188. Emily Montoya had a 268. Panthers got great games from Taylor Bitterman with a 204 and Kyla Hankins with a 182. So that sets up the battle of unbeaten today. Eastmont Lanes The site, by the way, we had the NCW Life cameras out there earlier today. We will broadcast that coming up on Saturday night, 7 o'clock. I'll be alongside Paul Paiva for the play-by-play Saturday night. Be sure and set your DVRs for 7 o'clock. Also, today, Wenatchee begins Big 9 League Wrestling tonight at Moses Lake. The girls start at 6, the boys follow at 7. The Wenatchee Wild host trail tonight at the Town Toyota Center. Smoke Eaters come in just a point behind Wenatchee in the interior division of the BCHL since it's a midweek game. They'll drop the puck at 6:30 tonight at the Town Toyota Center. Trail started the season on fire, but have cooled off quite a bit the last couple of weeks, something head coach Bliss Littler says is a head scratcher.
I'm not really sure what's going on up there, but it does appear the last 2 weeks that they've dropped some games they normally have won earlier in the year. I don't know if they're missing personnel, if they're sick, if they're beat up, or what the situation is. But all I know is they're going to drop the puck here, and I still have a bad taste in my mouth from that last game back in. I think it was in October. Might have been that first week of, actually it was November 1st, but I still have a bad taste in my mouth from that game up there. I think they beat us 7-5. So again, hopefully we get healthy, and I know they're going to drop the puck whether we're healthy or not, and we need to find a way to keep collecting points.
A reminder, tonight is also another collection night for the Les Schwab Community Toy Drive. Puck drops at 6:30. Taking a look at the Les Schwab College scoreboard from last night, Gonzaga could just never get it going against number 4 Villanova, falling in the first round of the Jimmy V Classic, Madison Square Garden, 88-72. The final tonight, Washington plays at number 2 Kansas in the Jayhawk shootout. Meanwhile, Washington State is on the road at Idaho. Well, the Wenatchee Applettes high school dance team is accepting sign-ups right now for their holiday mini camp for kids aged kindergarten through 5th grade. In fact, I was able to head out recently to attend the Applettes practice, where I was able to ask the difference between dance team and cheer squad. Here's Annalise Schmidt.
So the difference is the cheerleaders are more like, they don't do as many like kind of routines as us. They do short like little cheers, versus us, we do like 2-minute routines, and we also do not just the ones with like the pom-poms, we do hip hop and we do military, so we are kind of more encompassing than they are.
The Hip Hop Holidays Mini Dance Camp pre-registration deadline is today. Find out more on our website. We've got a story up at ncwlife.com. That's where you go to find out more about that. That's sports news. I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCW Life channel. Grant, back to you.
Thank you, Eric. The Community Foundation of North Central Washington is asking the community what it would look like if everyone gave 10%.
Alone, it can be hard to reach our dreams. It can feel like you aren't welcome anywhere. When no one's there to clap, taking on the world by yourself. But when we come together, when we lend a helping hand, when we meet a financial need, when we set the stage, when you support causes you care about in your community, lives are changed. You make a difference in someone's life when you give. Imagine the impact if everyone in our community gave 10%. 10% makes a difference.
And we'll be back in just a moment with a very important state news story and your complete local weather forecast right after this.
Travel enhances your life in every way. Let the travel professionals at Journey Travel and Tours help you plan that dream vacation. Don't leave the important details to those nameless, faceless online agencies. At Journey Travel and Tours, our goal is to build relationships that last a lifetime. And when you do need help, we have a 24-hour helpline that is routed to one of the agents in our office. When you think travel, think Journey Travel and Tours. It's where your journey begins. Like us on Facebook, and you could be one of our monthly winners.
Lake Chelan mailboxes find solutions and the best price for all your shipping needs, including UPS, FedEx, and the U.S. Postal Service. We offer a variety of services including quality copies of all sizes, faxing, scanning, sending and receiving email, laminating, and notarizing. Enjoy browsing through our large selection of greeting cards. Lake Chelan mailboxes supports our military, fire victims, and our community.
See us at the Plaza in Chelan for all your holiday needs.
Hey, this is Justin at Club Crow Bar and Grill reminding you it's your place for famous blues, brews, and barbecue. We are your one-stop bar and grill, serving breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Jam sessions and live bands playing a wide range of music. If pool tables or pull tabs are more your thing, we have you covered. Enjoy the fun and food at Club Crow Bar and Grill in Cashmere. Stop on by today.
In state news, the State Department of Health recently held a public hearing to consider the adoption of a new rule in regards to sex designation on birth certificates. The DOH filed to consider the rule back on October 31st.
If adopted, the rule will set procedural requirements for adults and minors to change their sex designation from male or female to male, female, or the non-binary option of X. X is defined in the rule as a gender that's not exclusively male or female and includes a non-exhaustive list of gender identities. For adults who want to change the sex designation on their birth certificate, the rule would require a signed application to Department of Health. The signature must be notarized and is provided under penalty of perjury. For minors, the rule would require an application to be signed and submitted by a parent or legal guardian and include an attestation from a licensed healthcare provider whose scope of practice allows for this. The attestation is an acknowledgement that the provider has a patient-provider relationship and that the minor identifies as the sex being requested on the birth certificate.
The 2.5-hour public hearing in Tumwater heard comments from both sides of the issue.
TLC is a national trans-led organizing, legal, and policy advocacy organization seeking self-determination for all people. We've supported efforts like this one around the country, as well as following their implementation. This summer, DC, followed quickly by Oregon, was the first to begin issuing non-binary IDs, and to date, we're not aware of any problems anywhere in the country from issuance of IDs with non-binary gender markers, nor do we expect any. This update simply allows gender nonconforming people to access accurate, up-to-date documents that reflect who they are and how they live their lives.
I just want to say, when you work as a nurse in the medical community, we're looking at the whole body. We're looking at the anatomy. We're looking at the organs. We're looking at when a patient comes in, we need to know those things. And this is leading to our medical record and how we treat. A lot of the medications I give are designed for the muscle mass, the fat tissue of either a male or a female. And that is a very important thing for us to know as the nursing staff, the pharmaceutical staff, so we can protect people, so we can keep them safe. And I just want you to consider that, well, where this is going. We want to keep people safe. If a patient comes in and they're not identified and this is on their driver's license or something, we need to know those facts because that is going to help us treat you, okay? And I just want you to think about that and consider it because we want to keep our patients safe.
Comments will be summarized and given to the Secretary of Health for consideration. Based on the date of the meeting, the earliest the adoption of the rule could be filed is December 19th of this year. Upon adoption, the rule would be effective 31 days from the day filed. Time now for your weather forecast for north central Washington. But before we get to those details, let's take a look outside our very cloudy and foggy weather window. There's a great look at what an inversion looks like. Above the cloud tops, we're seeing blue skies and sunny conditions. Below that, where we are in the valley bottoms, we're seeing low clouds and not much sun and very cool temperatures. Much warmer if you travel up to the Mission Ridge area up and above this inversion. What we're seeing as we take a look at our satellite loop is that strong area of high pressure, the high pressure ridge that's located right now in the Intermountain West. You can see it just over Idaho and also into southern Wyoming. Lots of small areas of high pressure dot our map to the west. That's actually strengthening that weather inversion. We will continue to see low clouds and fog once again developing tonight and into early tomorrow morning, which will give away, as we mentioned, to some sunshine. We did see that this afternoon. The upper level ridge will remain in place through the week, the weekend, and into early next week as well. Most lowland areas are expected to be under clouds, while the mountains will be mild and mostly clear. The air stagnation advisory remains in effect until noon tomorrow, but most likely will be extended. Here's a look at that forecast now, and overnight lows tonight with some fog redeveloping. We'll drop down to about 27 degrees. And then look at our map from Thursday right into early next week. We will at least see early morning patchy fog. We may see peaks at the sun during the afternoon throughout our forecast period, and then fog will redevelop in the evening hours. Temperatures will stay pretty steady between 30 and 35 for our highs right into this weekend and the first part of next week, with low temperatures predominantly into the middle 20s. And that's going to do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around north central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at ncwlife.com. And remember, if you do see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-NCWL. That's 888-6295. Also, make sure you tune in to NCW Life Channel tomorrow morning for Wake Up Wenatchee Valley with your host Dan Kuntz and all of today's news with Steve Hare. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks for joining us. Have a great night.
This has been NCW Life News on the NCW Life Channel. For more news, log on to ncwlife.com, like us on Facebook, and follow NCW Life Channel on Twitter.
Thursday night, hockey night on the NCW Life Channel. It all begins at 7 o'clock with a call of the Wild and Clarkie's Corner. Then it's non-stop hockey action with the voice of the Wild, Arch Ecker. Join us as the Wild battle the rest of the BCHL. Thursday night is hockey night on the NCW Life Channel.
What's with Courtney? Oh, everybody at Apple Valley Honda knows she loves Christmas.
You're gonna love the HRV and our lifetime warranty. And doesn't the color remind you of Christmas? Yeah, I love Christmas. It's the most magical time of year. I help put people in Hondas, some of the safest vehicles on the road. It makes me feel like Santa. Merry Christmas! Merry Christmas!
Weekly. For the newest tech, coolest tech, and the craziest tech stories available on the interwebs, tune in for your weekly tech update right here on the NCW Life Channel.
Hi, my car's making a funny noise.
Not a problem. We'll take care of you.
Global Car Care's technicians are ASE Master Techs and well-versed in the more refined methods of vehicular diagnostics.
Number 3 piston and rings have a slight loss of compression, down to 108 pounds. Your transmission is slipping. You're gonna need a service.
Looks like you all set.
These guys? They're good.
Oh, and your spare is flat.
Global Car Care, Wenatchee's top shop.
If you are looking for dependable car service and repair, visit the good guys at Quick Lube and Tune. They've been keeping cars and trucks in the Wenatchee Valley running smooth for 35 years. Quick Lube and Tune is your hometown shop for a 10-minute oil change, complete tune-ups, alignments, brakes, mufflers, air conditioning service, and more. Get more life out of your vehicle by bringing it to the local guys you can trust at Quick Lube and Tune on South Wenatchee Avenue.
Hi, I'm Darcy Christofferson, Administrator of the Washington State Apple Blossom Festival, and you are watching the NCW Life channel.